Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. Now we are at the final part of the subseries more advanced query. In this video we will see how to declare a table variable and use it in the SQL script. So we started this subseries with a temp table, then we talked about global temp table. Then we created an in-memory table using derived table technique. Then we talked about common table expression and how to use multiple common table. Now let's look at the table variable. We already know about temp tables, local as well as global, and we talked about the scopes as well. Table variables have limited scope compared to local temp table, and global temp table will have broader scope than the the broader lifetime than the local temp table. So there is a difference between lifetime and scope. Scope means let's talk about a global temp table. You create this in one session and it will be available to other session. So and its lifetime is to the owned session, right? So their lifetime is limited to a batch. Their lifetime means here we are talking about temp table. The table variable. Table variable have limited scope compared to local temp table. Their lifetime is limited to batch or stored procedure or function. So you can declare table variable in a SQL batch or in a stored procedure or in a function. So we haven't yet explored about stored procedure or function in this course, and for now we know about the batch. So we can, if this is the SQL script, we can create multiple batch here in this script itself. You can write the statement, you can put go statement, and here if you see we have two batch. So this is batch 1 and batch 2. So if you define a variable in batch 1, it will be available till this batch end, and the variable will not be visible to this second batch. And batches are formed using the go statement. If there are multiple statements and if you put a go, all these statements are considered as one batch, even though this script lies in a single file, right? So it will not live for the entire connected session. So like temp tables, local or global. Beside the example, so this is the example. Here if you see, we are declaring a table variable. Declare. To declare a table variable, just like a normal variable, you can use the @ symbol. Total by title ID. So that's the table variable we are declaring, and here we are stating it as table. Declare variable name total by title ID. It's just like how do you declare integer string, @ total by title ID as table. So this keyword is important. So the moment you specify as table, this variable becomes a table variable. Since we told this as a table, we have to talk about the columns. And if you see, this is the column title ID, and its data type is variable character of 6. Then quantity sold, that's one more column, and its data type is integer. So we declared a variable here in this SQL script, and this is also a in-memory table. So when the script runs, we will populate these fields. So here if you see, there is a go statement. That means this table will live till the script execution and dies here when it sees the go statement. Here it dies, right? So till this point, the total by title ID variable is visible. just like normal variables. So even if you declare integer or string variables, that will live till the end of the go statement. So we call this as one batch, right? Batch one. So here insert data, insert into our table variable name, and here we are placing a select statement. Select title ID as title ID. This is underscore, right? Title ID, sum of quantity from sales, group by title ID. So this alias is actually not required. Why? Because we are populating the data, and if we are going to use this table, that time we can have a more meaningful name here in the table itself. Alright, so here we are picking two columns, select title ID and sum of quantity. So this is the aggregate from our sales, and group by title ID. So since we place group by title ID, there may be multiple records based on the group. So if there are 4 groups, we will have 4 rows of record, and that will get inserted into our table variable. Next, we perform the join with our table variable. Select some list of column. We will come to this later. We will look at the from class to know what are all the table involved. Titles T. Inner join with our table variable. We set alias as T aggregate. As we saw in the previous 2-3 videos, the same way we are making the join. So here join is available, and in the script flow itself, we populate our table variable. Then in the flow itself, we are making use of our table variable and making the join, then picking the data t dot title ID as a title ID, title name, type, and quantity sold, right? So here you know how to use the table variable. So just like declaring other variable, you will declare the table variable and you will place a keyword as table. Then you will define the columns. Then you will populate the table, and after that you will make use of that table to achieve even more result. So here if you see, we inserted it based on one single select statement here. But in real world, people may define a table variable with multiple columns, and there may be multiple statements pulling data from different table populates the table variable. Later, the table variable will be used in the business logic. Alright, here we put a simple script just to explore how the table variable is used. It's declared, populated, then use it in some other select script in the same batch. Alright, now let's go to the demo and see how it works. Alright, so if you execute, you will get the same result here as well. Title ID, table name, title name, type, and total sold. Here we did that based on the declaration. First we declared the table variable, then we populated it based on the select query here. Insert into this table, then select query. This will return 2 rows, right? That will get populated here. Title ID, all the title ID will go here. Total sold will go and sit here. So we populated our total by title ID. Then we are involving that total by title ID in one more select statement. So that will give you the, okay, so you have to execute fully. So that will give you the result. So title ID and total sold, that's from our table variable, and these 2 columns are picked on the fly from this second select statement. Alright, that's all here in this video. Just now you saw the demo. Thank you for watching. Bye.